Hey troops, welcome back to the Litanah Army. I'm Lit and this is Dauntless, and what we're checking out today is Embermane. As you can see here, I am rocking that cool Embermane armor which looks fantastic, and I'm going to show you pretty much everything that you need to know. How to get parts, how to take them down quickly, or whatever it is you need to do with them. I'm basically going to make it so that you're going to be able to be an expert in this field at Embermanes by the time you're done with this video. Now there are lots of guides out on Embermanes already, but obviously I wanted to just make an updated one, a newer one, just basically so that you can master these things. And I know a lot of people are having a hard time with them, so hopefully this will make it a lot easier for you. So stay tuned and let's check it out. So the Embermane is a fire behemoth, which means it's weak against frost weapons, and fire armor is your best friend in this fight. Now it's got two main forms, but it's got 4 forms in total, which sounds really complicated, but it's really not. It's got regular and it's got fire, so it's got a regular form and a fire form, and then it's got an enraged version of each. So you've got regular form, regular enraged form, and then fire enraged form as well. Really what the enraged form does is make the Embermane a little bit faster, and it also makes the fire attacks a little bit more, the AoE on the fire attacks is a little bit wider. That's pretty much it. They're the 4 main forms it's got, but it doesn't really change the fight all that much when it transforms into one of these forms. Now the Embermane's got 6 attacks at its disposal. The first 3 are physical attacks. Now the first physical attack is Charge and Claw. You'll be seeing that one the most during these fights. It also does Headbutt as well, and it also does Tail Whip. The way to identify these, Charge and Claw, if it kind of sets itself back or just after a fire attack and it puts a bit of distance between you and itself, it's going to go for the Charge and Claw. If you're towards the front of it and it raises its head up, or sometimes it goes up on its hind legs, then it's going to go for the Headbutt. If you're fighting around the back of it and it lowers its head, then it's going to go for the Tail Whip as well. You'll learn to identify these pretty quickly, but as long as you kind of follow this guide, you won't really need to know that all that much. I'm just basically giving you that as extra information. Now it's also got 3 attacks in its fire form as well. What it's basically got is fireballs, where it shoots fireballs into the air and they just rain down onto you. It's got a fire breath arc as well, which if you stand in the right position it will miss you every single time. And then it's got a short ranged firewall, which is a more defensive thing that it does, where it sets itself down, jumps back and then puts up a firewall, basically trying to stop you from getting through. Now what's important with the Embermane is to understand the AI of it. What it'll try and do, if it's going to go for a physical attack, it'll try and stay close to you doing a lot of short attacks. If you're fighting against the Bloodfire Embermane, which is the 3rd tier Embermane, what you will find is it'll try and do a lot of short charges on you. Other than that, the other Embermanes will actually set themselves quite a way back and they'll go for lots of charges. But most of the time, this behemoth is going to be moving around. It's going to be trying to get into a good position to charge you or your party. If you're attacking from the front, it'll go for the Headbutt. From the back, he'll go for the Tailspin. Now from the sides, he will usually run, or he'll go into his fire form, jump back and put up the firewall. But one thing to note is he will always charge after he's done that fire attack. So when he's done the fire attack, you will be expecting a charge. So sometimes he'll do a fire attack, position himself and charge. Other times he'll do fire attack and then a straight charge. So you've got to be aware of that. But what we're going to do, I'm just going to jump into an actual fight. I'm going to take the sword in with me. Now you can take the sword or the hammer. If you want a quick fight, then go with the hammer. The hammer is the fastest way to take down an Embermane. If you want to go for parts and really rinse everything you can from it, then you definitely want to be going for the sword. The sword is the best way to get a ton of parts from it. So what I'm going to do is just start from the start, going against the normal Embermane with a sword, which you can scale up or down. It doesn't matter if you've got a frost sword. In fact, I'm going to use a Sherratt sword for mine as well. And then I'll go over the build, the cells that I've got at the end, that'll give you the best chance to take this thing down. So let's go in and let's take down an Embermane. Okay, so we're going to put everything that we've learned into practice then. And just look. Now on this particular one, we're going to be going for parts. And a lot of this fight is about timing. There you go. And then the best one with the sword, heavy, and then just spam the light attack like so. If you're going to go for the hammer, don't forget, then like we said, the same, then what you actually want to be going for is a different style of attack with that. Then you want to go 3 light attacks. Oh, damn. Did we actually get him? Then you want to go 3 light attacks and a heavy as well. So heavy, and then just spam the light attacks just on the front there so that you're getting the damage. Now the yellow attacks, there's the Headbutt look he's going for. There's the Tail Whip, which you can see. And then now he's going to try and position for the charge, which we knew. Never going to do as well when we're talking, but you know what? This is important. We need to know this stuff. So there's the Headbutt again. So let's let him come back. Now we should position first, which he has done. Position, charge. We got him still. We got him. Okay, let's move in. We'll go for the big attack. There you go. 1, 2, and this is a great way There you go. So there's the Ember Horn already. We're going to go for the tail next. After we've done that, it's still worth going for the head because you can get the teeth out of it. Damn it, we timed that so badly. It takes a bit of practice. I've been using the hammer, which is what my excuse is. Now I need to get away from him. Oh, there you go. So there's his flame attack. There's the fire lob we talked about. Now he's just in his fire form right now, which is fine. Stay still. If we stay straight in front of him, it will miss you most of the time. I was actually talking again, looking at my health. We still got him. So look, we're still going to go for the head a minute, because we can still get things like teeth off him and things like that. Maybe we should go for the tail next. Let's do that when the bar charges up. There you go. And that was the fire thing there, where he jumps back and he puts the little firewall up. Position. Now we'll either do fire attack or charge. He's going to do the fire attack. We'll stay still. And there you go. Most of the time the fire will miss you, but not every time. So if it does hit you, don't think you're doing it wrong. It's just me. There you go. So 1, 2, and then we're just going to put all that damage on that tail if we can. There we go. We missed out the special, but that's okay. And what he'll do next, he'll reposition and then he'll charge. Oh, he's gone for the fire attack. Fire attack and charge. Okay, we were ready that time though. Okay, let's get some damage on this tail. Okay, come at me, bro. Alright, he's gonna go, you can tell there, he's gonna go for the fire. And then he'll position and charge. Yeah, we were ready that time. There you go. 2, and we're just putting damage on the tail now because we need to cut this off. The sword's great for taking down parts. Also, the spear as well works. There you go. So now we've got enraged fire form. So now his attacks will be faster. And the fire attacks will be worse as well. So the fire attacks... Oof, there we go. We're held on nerve. The fire attacks should produce more fire now. There we go. But it's the same, Joe. It doesn't make any massive difference to us. The fire lob's not going to get us. You can just walk out of that one. Damn it. When you've been using the hammer, it's hard to get back used to the sword. That's my excuse. There you go. Do you see what I said about rolling away from the firewall? So if he jumps back, just roll back yourself. And you'll be fine. Oh, that'll be a short one. We were ready that time. We were ready. Okay, and we're going for the tail again. There you go. Tail's gone. So now we're going to go back to the face. He's going to go for the headbutt there, I think. There you go. There was the headbutt. And then he's going to go for the charge. There you I've got it now with the sword. Once you get your mojo going, you're absolutely fine. Okay, and we'll just go with that. If you go heavy, heavy, and then just keep spamming that button, and then you'll be fine. Okay, position. If he runs past you and gets into position, you know he's going to charge next. Like, just then, we knew he was going to charge. He didn't make it to us for some reason on that one. Okay, and now he's gone. So let's go and find him for the next bit of the fight. Okay, it was right by the next bit. Okay. I didn't even have the sword out then. We made that look good. Alright, so 1, 2, and then that's it. Just spam the light attack afterwards. And you're just going to get... Look, you're going to do tons of part damage there. We've got the Savage Hack Tooth from that one. So you need to move now because he's going to do the headbutt. There it is. Oh, now we've got... That's enraged normal. Oh, there you go. That's a badly timed one, but it still counts. We did it still. Okay, let's get this guy. There you go. 2, and then we'll just put in them light attacks. That part damage is insane that you can actually do when it goes off like this. You can actually get some crazy damage in there. Now, usually with that, I would run through it and just still go at him. Just so I'm not wasting the RB. Okay, stand still, stand still. He won't hit us, he won't hit us. I think the trick is as well, just don't panic with it. So don't panic when he starts charging at you. Because that's one thing I think when I first started playing this game, when the Embermane was charging, you're trying to get your timing right, so you just kind of panic. And then you miss every single one. Right, definitely a fire attack there, look. Stand still, let it go past, and then he'll charge. We're waiting for you. Sometimes even when you know he's going to do it, you miss it. Anyway, 1, 2, and we're still going for parts here. If you've got no yellow writing coming up, you're not going to get any parts damage. So if you look there, we've got no yellow coming up whatsoever. Even in his enraged fire state, we've just about got this guy, I think. I mean, if you get his legs as well, then you'll find that'll work. But there he is, Embermane down. We should get an S rank. There we go. Okay guys, so that's how we take down the Embermane. You can see there I just used the Shrike Sword. The Frost Hammer is quicker, it'll be a lot faster. But I've got on there, I've got the Fleet-Footed Cell, so that increases movement speed after dodge, which I think is pretty good, because sometimes you do need to dodge out of there. Increased max stamina, which I've got. Also got on there, grants a chance to deal double damage, so I've got the +3 Cunning Cell on there. And then the last one that I've got on there is 9 lives, which you saw a few times half the damage, so it grants a chance to half damage at later ranks' ability to cheat death, which is an absolute awesome. That's my favourite cell in the game, and we have got a cell guide coming up later on today, so make sure that you're subscribed. That's pretty much everything, guys. You should be a master of the Embermanes now. There's not much more to tell. All you've got to know with them is just when they're going to charge, how they're going to behave, and if you've got to the end of this video, you should have a pretty good understanding now. But guys, massive thanks for watching. If you're not part of the Litanah Army already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you are one of the troops, then massive thanks for watching. Drop me a like, and I will catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching this, guys.